Well, hey, what's going on, guys? It is about 11 p.m. here on the 21st of March. And man, I'll tell you, my head is just kind of really focused and spinning on this. And I've been paying attention, watching the news, listening to all the sports talk radio, paying lots of attention to the media. And I just got to say it. I got to say it, man. You know, this week, I shared a post about how it was unfortunate that a transgender male, swam and won the NCAA Division One swimming title. I posted a picture of the girl, the woman, the natural born woman who finished second, and that post blew up. Literally over 2,000 different people shared that post. Over 2,000 people shared that post. Over 2,000 people loved or liked that post. Somewhere around 350 comments on that post. But anytime, I got to tell you this, anytime I talk about anti-human trafficking, anytime I talk about sexual assault or sexual abuse and the sexual misconduct against women, it's crickets. It's literally crickets. And I'm going to tell you right now, I seriously, as a dad, and I want every man out there and women, I'm not being exclusive, but I want every man out there to think about the women in your life. I want you to think about your daughters. I want you to think about your wives. I want to think about your sisters. I want you to think about your aunts and your grandmas. I want you to think about the women in your life. To be honest with you, listen, 22 women and more, 22 women are not lying about Deshaun Watson's behavior or his sexual misconduct. I had a conversation with a very educated man, and we were talking, and this is what he said to me. He said, "Hey, Dave," he said, "so let me ask you this. A bunch of men go out to a bar, downtown Columbus, a bunch of men go out to a bar, and one of the men makes a pass at multiple women, and he asks multiple women to go home with him or doing they're drinking, they're partying, they're doing whatever, and this man goes and he asks these women to participate in activity with him that is sexual in nature." I said, "Okay." And he said, "Is he a criminal or a creep?" I said, "Well, he's 100% a creep." And I said, and I'm not saying that it's criminal that you're a creep, right? It's right. We all know this, right? This whole generation of world is driven, horribly driven, sexually driven, right? I mean, right? You've seen commercials. You turn on a commercial, there's a half naked man, half naked women, and you're like, oh, they're selling tortilla chips. Not one tortilla chip in the whole commercial because sex sells. We know that. We are a sexually driven culture. But here's the bottom line. Think about the women in your life. What if your daughter, or your wife or your mom or your aunt was one of the 22 women that Deshaun Watson, superstar athlete Deshaun Watson, Super Bowl contending quarterback Deshaun Watson, put your wife, your daughter, your sister, your aunt, your grandma, your niece in that position? They were just going to do their job. They're a professional massage therapy, whatever. And some schmuck came and presented this sexual engagement, this misconduct to them. Would you say, oh, hey, buddy, that's okay because you can throw that football. You're a great superstar. You have made my football team an almost instant Super Bowl contender? No, absolutely not. I would say, hey, ding dong, Deshaun Watson, open the door, and I'm going to knock your teeth out for talking to my daughter or my wife or the women in my world like that. See, I get it where people are making the case, well, Deshaun Watson wasn't criminally charged. It doesn't. Listen, have you read the 22 accounts? I want you to know, I personally have read the 22 line by line, word by word statements of every single female that brought an accusation against Deshaun Watson. I have read them. They're public knowledge. Do some homework. Go read them, which you'll find there are two to three elements, sexual in nature, in which Deshaun Watson put himself in position in an inappropriate manner. We may not call it criminal, but it is sexual misconduct. It is sexual coercion. It is wrong. And if anyone did that to a woman in your life, you better be pissed about it. But we got a bunch of people being apologetic. We're apologetic. We're apologetic that this man put these women, and we're so quick to throw these women away. You want to throw these women away? Their testimony? Oh, well, they're probably just trying to get paid. Okay, stop. If I hear another man tell me, oh, they're trying to get paid, why do you think that 82% of women, 82% of women deal with rape, attempted rape, sexual assault, or sexually being bullied in their life? Why is it that one in out of every 6 women deals with this? Stop making excuses. I don't want to hear your mouth, men. I'm a man. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. You can try me, dog, if you want. But in this topic, I'm an alpha male. I'm going to put my feet down. I'll put my money where my mouth is. I've been doing this a long time. I work to eliminate the threat of women and children, the elderly and the innocent. I work with anyone and everyone, locally, regionally, nationally, globally, to put a stop to human trafficking. And you think that human trafficking is just what? Abducting somebody and selling them in the slave trade? No, it goes deeper than that. It goes deeper than that. It's in the porn world. It's in the world of guys who are entitled, guys with money, men and women alike. It's not just man problem. But let's talk about these men, right? Because not 1 in 6 men are raped, attempted raped, sexually assaulted, or bullied. But 1 in 6 women are. 82% of women will deal with this in their life. Tell me, why is it that we make excuses for these entitled superstar, rock star athletes or politicians, whoever? It's not okay. If 1 to 3 elements of Deshaun Watson's sexual misconduct shows up in every single case, every single testimony against him, 1 to 3 of the same exact elements. Hey, listen, buddy, if it's got web feet and it's got a bill and it quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck. I'm telling you right now, Deshaun Watson got caught. I'm a diehard Cleveland Browns fan. I don't want to win the Super Bowl more than I want to take care of women. You understand? I do not. I think it is a bad look for the Browns. I think it's a bad look for the NFL. I think it's a continuation of our society. But you know what it does fit? It fits this world. It fits this world. Men care more about their team winning and being a superstar. And I don't want to hear that the Browns did their due diligence and investigation. Okay, you did? Well, here's still 22 women that said, yes, Deshaun Watson's, by the letter of the law, he didn't conduct criminal activity, but he did creep activity. And listen, if you are in the business of coercion, sexual misconduct, sexual assault, putting a female in a bad position with you and making her have to make a decision based on your misconduct, I don't care. It's criminal to me. It's creep for sure. It's criminal to me. Deshaun Watson got caught. There's no way that 22 women who do not know each other, who do not go to school together, who do not live all in the same state, all got together with the same story. Deshaun Watson did these 3 things in my encounter with him. And then he apologized. Yeah, because he didn't want to get in trouble. He didn't want to get caught. That he was out there basically asking for sexual favors, putting his money to work, and putting these females in a bad position. You're not a good human being, Deshaun Watson. Now, here's the deal. I know all of you out there. You're the most judgmental pastor ever. You're so unchristlike. No, I'm a dad. Hey, listen, dude, let me tell you something. I'm a dad. I also know young ladies who the justice system failed. Because some piece of trash overstepped their boundaries, and I'm not okay with it. And I don't give a rip if you're a football player. I don't care who you are. I don't care your color. I don't care your creed. I don't care your credentials. I don't care about your portfolio. Listen, if I see you abuse or attempt to abuse or trick a woman into any kind of behavior that is not morally correct because you're trying to get off on your jollies, you worthless male. I'm a male. I can say it. I'm an alpha male. I'm calling you out dog on dog, right? It is what it is. I wish more men would stand up. Who gives a rip about football? Who cares about the Browns? Who cares about Deshaun Watson's career? We just allowed a man in America to be paid $230 million to play a game when 22 women, at least the ones that came forward, all have similar sexual misconduct stories. Now, great. The law says, well, it's not criminal. It's creep behavior. It's sexual misconduct. And we ain't making excuses for this bum. Because I'm a dad, I'm a husband, I'm a man, and I will look out for the women in my life, and I'm going to look out for the women in this world. So I'm not okay with it. How dare everyone here throw these women away like, oh, they're just trying to get paid. We exalt the creep, and we discredit and throw the women away. Well, I wonder why the number one criminal activity in the world is human trafficking. You know why? Because people need it. People want it. Social norms have approved it. And supply and demand. So sexual coercion, sexual misconduct, rape, attempted rape, sexual assault is a social norm because men and women of integrity don't stand up when the stage is the brightest and put their foot down and say, we're done rewarding these heathens, these predatorial people. Now, I get it. Some people say, oh, how are you going to call him a predator? He didn't get charged criminally. His behavior is predatorial. He is a predator, in my opinion. When you seek out and put a woman in the same position over and over again, multiple women, different times, different places, but the same position where you are going to try to trick, trade, and barter with them for your sexual needs, great. It's unfortunate this country doesn't call it criminal. Creep status, 1,000%. For me, it's criminal. But I guess for the rest of the world, we reward bad behavior with a $230 million contract, and everybody's like, we got Deshaun Watson. I could care less. I love the Browns, and I'll be honest to God, this is a deal breaker for me. I know they don't care. Do you know, listen, I'm very self-aware of who I am. Nobody gives two rips. But there are about 100,000 people that don't listen to my voice every day, every week. When I talk, there's about 100,000 people that at least I can put something in their ear. So why not give them this? Because when I talk about a transgender swimmer who robbed natural-born women, athletes, of their God-given right to swim against those who are genetically the same as them, over 200,000 people, or 2,000 people like it, 2,000 people share it. We're excited that we talk about that, but my God, I start talking about the sexual misconduct of the world, and I talk about anti-human trafficking, and I talk about the unfortunate reality that so many women go through on a daily basis. We want to go, oh, okay, I don't want to share that. That's a little too real. That's a little too raw. That's a little, oh man, Dave's got a big mouth, but I don't know if I want to share that. Why don't you make this go viral? Huh? Why don't you share this? You think I care about ruining relationships? I don't care. I don't care. What I care about is truth and justice. And how about if someone did this to your daughter, to the men out there? I'm going to talk to you right now. To the men out there that are giving me bullcrap about this, your kids are too young. You do not know. No one has sexually abused your daughter. And you tell me how you feel if that day should ever come in your life. I bet you got a different story about guys like Deshaun Watson, right? So be careful what you say now, because if you ain't been in the situation, you do not know. You don't know, right? Where the men at? Where the women at? Where the people of integrity at? Stand up. This guy doesn't deserve $230,000. Screw the Browns. I don't care if they ever win again. I really don't. Because I feel like 22 women lost, and I feel like women in general continue to lose in our society because we as a society allow them to be taken advantage of, sexually coerced, sexually abused, molested, raped, attempted rape. Come on, my God. 1 out of every 6 women. That's because we as a society haven't put the hammer down and smashed the balls of these broken males who think that they can just do whatever they want. No, you can't do whatever you want. That's my take on it. I'm going to share it tonight. I'm going to be vocal about it. I'm not going to sit back and be like, yay, Browns, go win a Super Bowl. Man, not if we got people that are low character. And I get it. There's bad people. Listen to me. I'm not stupid. I do this every day to depths that I can't even explain to you. To depths I cannot even explain to you. I know that there are bad people that do bad things to women and children and the elderly every day, and no one ever knows about it. I know that. They live a lie. They're secretly engaged in horrible things. You think I don't know that? Of course I don't know that. I love when we catch them. I love when they mess up. I love when when they come to justice. And I understand that some people will go their entire life and they'll never get caught. That's unfortunate for their victims. But I'm not going to celebrate a man who has created victims. You say it's not criminal? It's creep status. Yeah, too bad it's not criminal. You've positioned yourself and you position these women in horrible places. And I want you to think about it differently. What if it was your daughter tonight? What if it's your daughter tonight? Your mother, your aunt, your grandma, your wife. You okay with that? You good with Deshaun coming to lead your Browns to the Super Bowl? No, you wouldn't be all right with it. And if you are all right with it, if it was the women in your life and you are okay with it, you're a sick, sick human being. And your priorities suck. So I'm done talking about it. This is a daily dose of Dave. Pastor Dave to some of you. I know, Pastor Dave, you're angry. No, I'm not angry. We live in a culture that when you speak truth, you're angry. I'm not angry. I'm honest. There's a big difference. You'll know when I'm angry. When I'm angry, you'll know when I'm angry. I'm honest. I'm honest. We got to do better for the women in this world. We got to do better for the women in our country. We got to do better for the women around us. It's unfair.